welcome back. I hope you're all feeling well today and everybody's okay. I want to do a quick whistle stop tour today with you of belly bands. Again, just carrying on with our theme of inspiration and embellishments. So I thought I'd start off by showing you some examples of the different types of belly bands that you can do. I've had a quick look through the journals that I've got here, and I thought I'd just give you an example of what you can do, because there are so many different ideas. I mean, there's, you know, if you have a look on YouTube, there's lots of different videos and we all do things slightly differently, but I just thought I'd show you a selection today of the different styles that you can do. So a belly band, what is a belly band? A couple of you have said to me. A belly band is a band that stretches across or downwards in the center of your page, and it is designed to hold your ephemera. So this one here, this is the spring journal I did. This one's just sold. She's off today to a new home, just in time for Easter. But there are a couple of different types of belly bands in here I wanted to show you before I packaged her up. This one here, this is a very wide one. I don't know if you can see. I'm hoping I'm in frame now because I missed most of yesterday's. I've literally just taken a book page and I've stitched around the edge with a decorative stitch and added a bit of lace for just to make it look prettier. But that's as simple as that. You know, it hasn't got to be, you know, a big long drawn out thing. I find belly bands are usually the things I do with you know, the bits that I've got left. So like you'll have bits of card like this left over, or envelopes, or you know, just scraps of that nature, and they are perfect. This is another example. Again, I'll just lift this up so you can see. So what I've done with this one here, this is an offcut, and I've just collaged onto my offcut, and then I've added a fabric snippet. You see, that's just all scraps. So that whole belly band there is made of scraps. Ends of fabric, and then I've used scrap papers, and I've just stitched the whole thing round, and as you can see, then I just stuck it on then top and bottom. So that's another really simple way of doing it. Flip very quickly through here because I know there was another one in here that was slightly different. Bear with me, sorry. Something quite nice about going back through an old journal, mine, isn't it? I make them, put them on the shelf and forget. Oh, there's the other one there. So again, a similar sort of thing, but I actually used the paper from, this was a design team project I did for Line.Arrow, and I used the one of her pages, and then I just put a snippet again on top of that, and then some little embellishments. So that's just a really simple style that you can use. I do like to use belly bands. I've used one there on the end as a tuck spot, but I do like them at the front and back of my journals because I think that they're quite handy to hold journal cards. This is the botanical journal that I did recently for a design team project for Dust to Roses. And again, here's another example in this one. So if you were looking at something vintage style, or perhaps boho like the one I'm working on at the moment, this is ideal for that. So I've literally used a boho trim here. The trim was slightly too short for the page, for the cover of the book, so I've just added a little bit of fabric either end, and I've stitched that onto a piece of scrap paper. As you can see, then it's got a really nicely substantial belly band there. And I do believe I have another one further in. Bear with me a second. Gosh, I haven't flipped through this journal since I finished it either. Again, make them, hurry to finish them, don't we? And then they go on the shelf. But yeah, where's the other one? Bear with me a second. Flip all the way through and it's at the back, I expect. Yeah. Oh, there we are. Yeah, I do apologise. Sorry about that. Right. So again, the same sort of effect, but this one I've used. I don't know if you can see that. Sorry, the light is not very good. It's like a netting, like a voile, but it had like an embroidered pattern on it. I've got a huge piece of it. I think I got it from Wish, I believe, probably about 18 months ago. And I just now and again decide to chop bits off, but it's lovely because it's got all this botanical design on it, and I just thought that went really nice. I just put it over one of the index pages out of the Edith Holden book. So again, really simple design, just stitched around the edge. If you don't have a sewing machine, you could do a bit of hand stitching, or you could just glue it on. You know, it would still have the same effect. So that's those two designs there. Another example then of a really simple one. So this is one of the Christmas journals that I did, and just like I say, on the front page on the inside, this is a double belly band. So you've got the thicker one behind. Again, these are just offcuts of card, and then I've got a thinner one then in the front. So you could have a journal card, and I've got a little I think it's a little journal book here, yeah. But again, it's just handy to be able to put ephemera in. Sometimes you don't always want to stack it all into the journal, you want to just put it separately. Another style that is really simple to do is simply add in lace, and if you do it before you put your journal together, you can even run the whole piece straight across 2 pages, and it saves you cutting then. Can you see that there? This is one of Mum's out of one of the signatures that we haven't yet put in, but she's put here to save your pieces falling through. She's put little stoppers at the bottom, if you can see those there, and that just keeps all of your little bits and pieces in. I think it looks really effective. You don't need to do anything. It's a great idea if you've got a blank page that you haven't yet decided what to do with, because you can then embellish it with that, and obviously whatever your ephemera is behind adds to the decoration then. There's also a belly band in Mum's recent journal. So I just go back and show you that one. So here's another example of how you can do it. Tell me if I'm too close, sorry. There we go. If I turn it that way, you can see it a bit clearer then, hopefully. So again, Mum's taken, I think she's got a bit of Tim Holtz card there. She's just added elements then out of the kit that she was working with, and a label, and a bit of lace, decorative stitching around the outside. I think it's great if you can do it with a different colour thread, so it makes it really pop out then. And of course, one of the important things to do, I'm forever forgetting to do, is ink around the edge of your belly band, because it really makes it stand off the page. Otherwise you're at risk, I think, of it disappearing. If you're making a small journal, you might not want something quite that big. This is one I was working on last year. And literally all I've done here is add a little piece of ribbon, a little embellishment, and a button. I don't know if you can see that there. Is that clear enough there? But it's just enough to just hold the postcard onto the page. Because like I say, if you're working on a smaller size journal, you don't want anything too big or too bulky. And then again, there's another example there of ones that are done across the page. So, and with the stoppers on. I've never thought of doing that for us. Really good idea, you might try that later. So again, you can just pop your elements in there, and they're not going to fall out. And it's good if you can think to do that before you stitch your pages in. And then this is another brilliant way you can use up scraps. So this is a fabric snippet that has just been made using lots of leftover bits of material and fabrics, all stitched on. Actually, I think they've been glued on. And then hand stitch then, little elements on, buttons on, just to jazz it up, make it look really pretty. But how effective is that, and how simple is that? And you know, you've got that there on a blank page, but it's brought the whole thing together. So that's our examples of belly bands. I'm just going to clean my desk off and get some bits and pieces together, and then we'll look at doing a few this afternoon. Okay, so I've gone and gotten my bits and pieces together. I'm just having a quick look now at what page I want. I want to do a belly band now for the back cover, so that I can put a large journaling card in here, which you'll be able to take out then and lean on if you want to write in the journal. So the first thing I'm going to do is just check the size that I need this to be before I start collaging on it, and then we will we'll work through that, and I will show you how I make my belly band. Let's make a start, shall we? So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to use some of the paper scraps that I was working with the other day when we did our embellishments, and I'm just going to do some very basic collaging. just to kind of get the colour scheme to match with what's in the back page of the book and the opposite page, just because I like my cover inside to match. Yeah, so hope you're all keeping really well and busy. We've had a nice busy productive day here this morning. So we've been out and walked the dogs. It's lovely, everybody's out. Start of the Easter holidays, and everybody's out enjoying the first bit of sunshine that we've had in a long time. We've had a couple of nice days, but not like this. It's quite surprising actually how warm it is. I coat round your waist job today, which when I was out 2 days ago in a hat, scarf, gloves, hood, 2 jackets, soaking wet. It's a bit of a difference really in the weather. But as my mother always says, we won't cast a clout. We'll just enjoy what we've got, make the most of it, and then I have no doubt by the weekend. Well, actually, I think my weather forecast on my phone for the weekend is snow at the moment, so there we are. It's just the start of spring, but it's nice to have these days. We've got to make the most of them, haven't we? So I'm going to get my video done now with you guys today, and then back out then. Because my other half's nagging me. We've got to get that garden done, he keeps saying. I'll empty the, moving the compost patch. And we've had a huge, he built a massive composter about 3 years ago. We filled it, we had a lot of bark to get rid of, so we filled this composter full of the bark, and finally now, 3 years on, it has given us the most gorgeous black compost. So that all got tipped into my flower bed yesterday, and it's lovely this morning, getting up, looking out the window and seeing a nice de-weeded, filled with new compost ready flower beds. And I think we've got to clean out the greenhouse now this afternoon. We bought all our seeds on the weekend, so they're all ready to go in. Just need this last threat of frost out the way. Now, don't worry too much about your edges being rough, because we can cut that down, and I will add a stitch over the top of this. Like I say, this is just a base. I'm going to add fabric to the top of this, but I just wanted to get rid of that. Sorry, I don't hear the traffic outside. It's quite busy out there today. I expect the beaches will be packed. Oh gosh, I missed the seaside. I need to get to the sea soon. So I'm just going to pop these bits away, let that dry for a second, and then stitch around, and then we will come back and look at adding. So the next thing I'm going to do now is to add some fabrics. Now, going back to my page, this is the page is going on, so at the moment we're doing all right for colour schemes, keeping in with the theme. So now we're just going to add some fabrics to that, some pinky kind of fabrics, to just bring it a little bit to life. Excuse me for stretching it, just want my scraps jar. See what we've got in the bottom here. Okay, right, oh, that might be quite handy as well. So again, now there's no right or wrong way to do this. Okay, so we've added lots of fabric snippets to our belly band now. So I'm just gonna do some little running stitches just to hold them in place, and then some embellishments. That's the fabric stitched on. That's the collaging done underneath the paper. All we need to do now is embellish it. Okay, so there you go. That is our belly band finished. That's probably the loudest and busiest one I think I've ever made, but I think it's perfect for my boho journal. Let's have a quick look, see how she looks in the back. There we go. Very boho. That's it, as easy as that. Okay, I'm going to leave it there with you this afternoon. Hope you all have a good day. Take care, look after yourselves, and I'll be back with you soon. Bye now.